Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, a mid career transformation coach, TEDx speaker, and an author. Today, we are going to cover an important topic, which is responsible leadership, balancing profit and purpose. Now, we all know that in today's world, the role of leadership extends beyond maximizing profits. It is actually not only looking at profits, but to actually responsibility towards the entire organization, towards the teams. So, responsible leadership, what does it involve? It involves striking a right balance between achieving financial success and fulfilling a higher purpose that benefits all the stakeholders, including the team members. And here is how the leaders can navigate this balance and foster a culture of responsible leadership. Number one is define a clear purpose. As a leader, when you have to be responsible, you need to define a compelling purpose, a vision that reflects the values and aspirations of the company, the employees, your team members, your customers, and the community that you want to serve. Because aligning the business strategies and the decisions with this purpose will actually help you to create a meaningful impact beyond financial metrics. Because we all know that as a leader we can make great money, because if you are at leadership role, of course there is a lot of money, because leadership role is always in demand, and people who are able to handle people, to handle team members, who are able to manage and lead teams are always making good money, right? In the corporate world especially, and even if you are in the business world, you make good money because you are a leader, you are leading teams. But it is not just about the finances, it is about the purpose, because people will connect with you because of your purpose, people will connect with you because of your vision. So that's why they always say a leader should be a visionary, right? Because if leader cannot be a visionary, they cannot show the bigger picture, they cannot show the vision to people. And remember this, why do you think even the best paid in the industry quit their jobs? It is most of the times not just because of the money, but because feeling the lack of connection. Connection to what? Connection to the meaningful work. Like, what are they going to add in terms of, like, to the work, to the organization, or to the universe? That's the big question. Many people get stuck at, and they start feeling that the work is not challenging, that the work is not meaningful. But if you have a clear vision, if you have a clear purpose that is defined, then people will be ready to work with you even at times when your organization or your team is not making profits. So that is number one, where you lead with purpose and then actually align your team with the purpose and the bigger picture. Number two is integrate sustainability into business practices. You need to embed the sustainability principles into the core of your business operations and practices. Consider the environmental, social, and the governance factors in your decision making process. When you're able to do that, when you're able to bring in the supply chain management, the product development, resource allocation, when you're able to implement all these sustainable practices that minimize the environmental impact, then you are able to promote the social responsibility and contribute to a long term value creation. Because as a leader, you need to always look at, hey, what is the value that I'm creating in this marketplace? What is the value that I'm adding to my team, to the universe? Because people look upon you, people actually are inspired by you and they follow you, not because you will make more money, not because you are on big titles and positions, but because of your values and the contribution to make that you make to your society and to the universe. And then comes number three, promote ethical leadership and transparency. Now, this has to come by default, because as a leader, you need to promote ethical leadership. When it comes to ethical leadership, it's not like following ethics just because they are in the books, right? Not because it's a part of the organizational values, but it should be because you have to be that person who is always ethical. Because if you are an ethical leader, then your teams will be ethical. You foster a culture of ethical leadership and transparency within the organization, where you lead by example and you uphold always high ethical standards. in all the business dealings, in all the interactions you do. You communicate always openly and transparently with your team members, with your stakeholders, because when you do that, you are able to enhance the relationship, you are able to enhance the reputation of not only yourself but of the organization as well. And then comes the next one, which is engage with stakeholders. Now, responsible leadership involves not only actively engaging with your team members, but also engaging with a diverse range of stakeholders. Because we all know that today it is all global culture. Like all organizations are working with customers and clients from various locations. Most of the organizations are like globally spread across, stakeholders are spread across, so you don't have to look at only at the team members, only at the employees, but the customers, the stakeholders, the investors, and the bigger community. Because when you listen to their perspectives, their concerns, and their feedback, and incorporate their input into the decision making process, that will actually bring the relationship which is actually the relationship which has mutual respect and which has shared values. And that's when you have mutual respect and shared values, you work towards a shared vision. And then comes measure and report the impact. Implement robust systems that are actually helping in measuring, monitoring, and reporting the organizational success, and use key performance indicators, the KPIs, and the metrics to track progress towards the goals that have been set for the people, for your team members, and always be transparent in this particular report. Because the transactions you do, the reports that you have, and the metrics that you actually measure, you need to be transparent in even showcasing that metrics. Because as a great leader, you need to be transparent, you need to be authentic with people. Because when you are able to showcase the true things or the right things that are being done there, or whatever is there, if you are able to showcase that transparency, because by doing that, you are embracing responsible leadership practices, right? Leaders can actually create value not only for their shareholders by actually delivering the projects, but also by following the right values and always delivering with the right ethical practices, right? When you actually do this, your teams will also look up to you and they will start following these practices. Because only when you are able to do that together, these practices will empower not only your team members but also to you as a leader to drive positive change and make a meaningful difference in the world. I hope this is helpful. To summarize once again, to all of you, to become a responsible leadership, to become a responsible leader, to balance between profit and purpose, there are five key strategies or the five key things that you need to look at. Number one, define a clear purpose. Number two, integrate sustainability into your business practices. Number three, promote ethical leadership and transparency. Number four, engage with stakeholders. Number five, measure and report impact. If you are able to do that, you will be able to become that leader who is inspiring people and who is becoming the true hero for all those people and your organization. With that, thank you so much to all of you, the legendary leaders, for joining me in today's episode. Until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you.